Today I'm going to talk about position in volleyball and why it's important. In volleyball, there are 6 main positions: setter, outside hitter, opposite, middle blocker, libero, and defensive specialist. Each position has a special job. Why is it important to know positioning in volleyball? It is important because volleyball is a team sport that needs good coordination and teamwork. Each player has their own position, such as setter, spiker, blocker, or libero. When players understand their positions, they know where to move, who to support, and how to cover the court effectively. Good positioning helps the team play smoothly, avoid confusion, and prevent players from crashing into each other. It also improves passing, setting, and attacking, making the team stronger and more organized. That is why knowing positioning in volleyball is very important for success in the game. All right, listen up. We're talking about positioning, the most fundamental thing you do out here. It's not just about standing somewhere. It's about being in the right place at the right time, every single time. Here's the breakdown of what that picture shows us. This is our strategic defense system, and your role in it. 1. Know your job, roles. First, you gotta know your role. If you are confused, the whole system breaks down. If you're the setter, you're the quarterback. You live right here near the net, even on defense. You're the first one moving to the ball if it goes deep, so you can still get that second contact and set up a counterattack. If you're the libero DS, you own the backcourt. You're the anchor. You're in charge of digging those hard-driven spikes and receiving the serve. See how the libero is low, covering the heart of the court? That's your home base. If you're a hitter or blocker, you've got the net. When the other team attacks, you're responsible for getting up to block and closing those seams. 2. Move with intention. Movement. You don't stand still. The ball moves, you move. This is the strategy part. Ball in front, the block. If you are in the front row, when the opponent swings, you move as one unit with your partner to form the block. You want to take away their hitting angles. Ball behind, the defense. This is where covering comes in. If your teammate is blocking, you need to move up slightly to cover tips. If you're in the backcourt, you need to shift to cover the open court, the defensive triangle. If you are a back row player, you help form a defensive triangle. You take the deep corner or the center back area, depending on your rotation, to make sure there's no open space a spike or a tip can land in. 3. Talk the house down, communication. I don't care how fast you are. If you're not talking, you're slow. For mine! Gordon, I got it. Hey, call the ball early and loud. This prevents you and your teammate from running into each other and letting the ball drop right between you. Our cover. If you're blocking, the defender behind you needs to hear you yell, "I cover," so they know to shift into that area right behind your feet for a tip or a deflection. Help! Sure, nout! Communicate if the ball is going off the court or if you need help with a tough play. This is your blueprint. Positioning is roles plus movement plus communication. Get these 3 things right, and you control the tempo of the game.